Hello and welcome to Watch for Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is the one and only Mr. Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Good. What's going on, baby?
Not much. Just excited to talk some Below Deck Med. I'm trying to think if there's anything exciting to announce. We have a Patreon. Come watch us on Crappens on Demand. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/watch for Crappens. You get access to, if you support on the Crappens on Demand level, you can watch our videos. Don't just have to listen to them. Also, we do a weekly bonus episode. This week, we talked about Love Island USA. So if you are into Love Island the way I am, then go listen because, we sort of yapped about that. Then check it out, patreon.com/watchforcrappens. And today, we are talking Below Deck Med, Season 9, Episode 5, a supersized yacht episode with Trishelle, special guest Trishelle Canatella.
Yeah, Trishelle and a lady who just looks like she lays down all fucking day. I mean, that's all this lady does is lay down. And I was like, is this my favorite primary ever? Because I love a lay down. I love a lay down sesh. I believe everybody should be taking naps. I literally went to the Botox lady and said, got a question for you. Why do I now have vertical wrinkles? Because before I started getting Botox, I only had horizontal wrinkles like a normal person. Am I stressing my face out so much that I'm getting vertical wrinkles? And she couldn't figure it out. She said it's not Botox. Anyway, it's been a mystery. It's been like a 2-year-long mystery. Well, I realized one day it's because I'm laying down on my face. And I'm literally wrinkling my face because it's older now. And so even though it doesn't move, it's still heavy enough to sag when I lay down. So now I lay down and see how my face is wrinkling vertically. Wow. So anyway, I'm jealous because this lady gets to lay down and that's how she shows it. Her hair fans up in the back because she's laying flat on her hair. And my face gets vertical wrinkles. So that's just a long story to say I'm really jealous of this lady for her fan lay down hair.
Oh, so you're talking about the woman she's actually not the primary, believe it or not. She's actually just a friend of the primary. The woman who has a modeling agency and has the big flat hair in the back that just goes up, right?
Yes, the one who marries her husband whenever they do something special.
Yes.
I mean, who the fuck I should hate this person, right? Like she's everything that I hate, but she has nap head, so I like her.
I like her. I'm not even mad that her husband seems to have drawn on his beard with magnet shavings. So, love is love.
The man who marries Naphead is going to be odd as well. Two odd ducks duck together.
Two odd ducks. And we had Trishelle. The primary was actually Brittany, who we first met years ago on America's Next Top Model, actually. She was on...
gross. Was she?
Yes. What? What?
She's gross. The primary is gross. I don't like her at all. I didn't like her.
Well,
maybe it's because she's friends with Trishelle, but I just didn't like her.
She was on ANTM. It took me a moment, and I was like, Brittany Browers. Why does that name sound so familiar? And I looked her up. I was like, oh, her. Yeah, she was on. She had like big pouty lips, and like she was known for being like a little too sexy, a little too sex kitteny instead of like editorial. But yeah,
I'm sure America's Next Top Model. Very editorial, guys.
Yeah. So a lot of luminaries on this boat this episode.
Yeah, 100%.
So it opens up where we last left off. Everyone was at the club, and Ellie and Bree had previously Ellie was like, "Are you into Joe? Are you into Joe?" And Bree is like, "No, I'm not into Joe. Are you into Joe? No, I'm not into Joe. I'm not into Joe. No, I'm not into Joe." So they both declared that they're not into Joe, and they went to the club, and then they both proceeded to hit on Joe.
I've seen Joe's face before. This is a face I've seen just so many times in my life. This is a guy who will do all your coke and literally steal money out of your wallet on his way out. That's Joe, okay? Don't trust Joe. Why are you guys fighting over Joe? Joe's a chicken bone with eyebrows.
Big eyebrows, big furry eyebrows. So they're all partying and everything. And the big thing where we left off last week was that essentially Bree was like, "I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick if you want." And he's like, "Oh, well, that really moved the needle for me."
Yeah, I'm having like a big "where's the romance" moment because that was big that week when he's like, "So, Who do you like on the boat? All right, tell me this. The guy with the monk head over there. What's his face? The other Irish guy. That guy. Friar fuck over there. All right, we'll just suck his dick. I'm like, what is it? Are you flirting with me? Who the fuck says that?
Yeah, I'd take yours. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, not even. But why don't you say something like, if there was a dance, who would you want to ask you? Who would you want to ask you to the dance? How about that?
Yeah.
How about not like, whose dick would you suck? Like, what the fuck? Where's all the romance gone, dude?
It's gone.
It's
gone.
gone.
Yachting has lost its romance. So the pandemic took so much from us.
It really did. We lost dancing. We heard that song. I love that song.
I have not heard that song, actually. Sorry, I was taking a sip.
You haven't? Fred.
You've lost dancing?
It's Fred. Yeah, hold on. I have to. It's Fred. Fred said. What?
Right said Fred?
Name? No. We lost dancing, Fred. I'm gonna say Fred again.
Fred
again.
Fred again.
I love Fred again. Yes. You don't know who Fred again is? I don't listen. I know I say I love Fred again, but then I couldn't remember his name. But I'm old. Did you guys just hear me ask where romance went? like that's who you're listening to. Fred again. Yeah, he's fantastic. He takes spoken word and turns it into EDM. I don't think you call it EDM anymore. What do you call it now? Dance music? No. Electronic artistry.
You call it. I think it's still EDM. I think it qualifies as EDM. You know what? I really am not the expert.
Dancing. Listen to it, right? Love you, Fred. I know Fred's somewhere listening to this, being like, I cannot believe Ronnie Karam did not know my last name. But
Fred again. Maybe it's pronounced again.
No, I wouldn't listen to somebody with Gain in their name. Because
Fred again
my biggest fear after being on Weight Watchers for so many years?
Is Fred again? Is he related to my version, Bennigan? Bennigan's.
He's that waiter at Bennigan's that you're like, Fred again? Fred again at Bennigan? Come on.
I'm contractually obligated to never be able to listen to Fredigan's music because I have sworn fealty to Bennigan's. Sorry. I am Ben. And I can only listen to music from Bennigan's. Which I think has gone bankrupt at this point, but that's fine.
All right. Well, as long as there's still Marie calendars.
I'm not sure there is.
Don't tell me that. We've lost dancing.
We've lost Marie Calendar. Okay. Okay. So anyway, dancing. By the way, Bennigan's appears to still be like alive and thriving.
Well, that's
because they have a web page, I should say.
I wish Bennigan's was here so I could say, Bennigan's, whose dick would you suck right now?
Bennigan's would be like, I'd take yours.
Okay, so we're at the club, right? Where are you in the notes? I know we haven't even started this, but I'm already confused.
This wasn't in the notes. It was just from my memory. This is previously. We're at the club now, and now everyone's like, okay, now everyone wants to go home. Bree has set an intention, and now everyone's going to go home. And they're all getting onto the buses. They're all having fun. It's the usual like van silliness, and there's a lot of jumping. And then so in one van, Joe is humping a seat, and then another then Aisha's saying like, oh Ellie, did you get your pussy a little wet by one of the guys?
It's just such an Aisha way to start a conversation too, because she gets in, because you know when people are drunk how they talk about, I don't know, what do you I talk shit when I'm drunk, you know, like you see so and so be mean to me. It's just like being sober, just more slurry. But Aisha just is so nice. She gets in the car and she goes, you know what, I was thinking tonight, I really like everyone, I really do, I just love everyone.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Everyone seems to be getting along just fine. Not like any terrible things are going to happen that will totally change the culture on the boat in a moment. So Ellie says, yes, there was someone that she really liked. But I don't think she actually says it here. I don't know, but she's clearly like hot for Joe at this
Well, I
moment.
think they know because her and Joe were all over each other, and then both those girls are all over Joe, and Joe's over both those girls, right? And Joe's humping the seat, like you said, and he's going, "She wants the D, she wants the D. My grandfather loved the D, loved to say that." I shouldn't say love the D. That's weird. So then they go back to the boat, and Aisha's like, "Bikinis. We can talk about how much we enjoy hugs."
Yeah, so they're going to go in the jacuzzi, but Ellie's not going to go in the jacuzzi because my pussy is not shaved. And Priya's like, neither is mine, but I'm ready to take that D, if you know what I mean. So Ellie's like, no, Ellie doesn't want to do anything she's going to regret. So she's going to she's going to go into her room and she's going to read a book. And I'm sure nothing will happen behind her back that will cause her to become furious for the rest of the episode.
I mean, I'm just glad that I don't stop myself from doing things just because of my, FUPA grooming state. My FUPA state of grooming. I'd never leave the house. Well, I don't. I guess I don't really leave the house. Well, okay. Anyway, the point is Bree is going to go get some, right? But to her credit, Bree doesn't think she cares. I think Bree thinks this is going to be like below deck sailing.
Where it's like everyone fucks everyone.
Yeah,
and Ellie is like
a threesome, and that's that. Right. We'll fight about it later, or maybe not. Who knows?
So Ellie's like, you know what, Joe? He needs to take me out for dinner. Treat me like a lady. And so
you're in the
by the way, she says it right here.
Industry.
Yeah, exactly. And then she tells us, this is a damn Lamborghini. You don't get to drive a Lamborghini for nothing, okay? Joe had to put in the work for the Lamborghini. I'm like, man, this is the second week in a row you've referred to yourself as the Lamborghini. I'm starting to think that you might just be a Toyota Celica. I hate to say this, but
hello, I am a parking attendant here in Greece. I'm going to have to give you a ticket because your Lamborghini is holding a mop. And that's
the thing. That's the problem.
The law, so
Lamborghinis don't work on other larger vessels that are in the same class.
Lamborghinis don't wash Lexus TXs. You know what I mean?
Lamborghinis are not scrubbing toilets.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
I mean, listen, there's fancy toilet scrubber. Just call yourself a Toto. You know what I mean?
Listen, I love the confidence. We should all think of ourselves as Lamborghinis. But
I'm fine with being like a Celica. It's more reliable.
Shares the same name as a great actress from the 80s.
It shares the same name as the Battlestar Galactica great, Connie Celica. Was she Battlestar Galactica or
I'm
one
not
of
sure.
those sci-fi shows?
Did she marry John Tesh?
Oh, God, I hate her now. John Tesh.
Okay, let me look.
Anybody who enables John Tesh, I just can't. I guess he's talented. I forgot. Okay.
You know what? Can I say something? Can I say something? One time I went to a party in Hollywood, and
John Tesh, every 5 years we get this John Tesh story. And you know what? I'm actually here for it. Yes, of course. Go ahead. Tell your story.
It was for OK Magazine. It's for OK Magazine. I've heard. Listen, I've sat through so many stories about Janelle from Weight Watchers.
Well, you will point out that I'm telling another Janelle story. So what? It's no big deal. I'm not hating on you.
Okay.
I'm welcoming back the John.
Okay. It is. As July 4th is around the corner, we are going to celebrate America with a story.
Yes.
So I got invited to a party for OK Magazine back when I used to get invited to cool parties, and I remember
it was John Tesh party, but.
John Tesh was the house band. Lindsay was there from Summer House. I remember Summer House had just come out, and so it was like Lindsay Hubbard's first, she was clearly loving going to a party, like a Hollywood party. So Lindsay Hubbard was there, Lala was there, Faith was there, and John Tesh was. I don't remember all that. Yeah, it was a whole thing, and John Tesh was leading the band, and he started to play the NBA theme song. And I just thought that was the funniest thing at a party. And he's like, you all might remember this one. And you're just like, I'm listening to the NBA theme song being performed by John Tesh while standing in the presence of Lindsay Hubbard.
So what was John Tesh's deal? He was Entertainment Tonight, right?
Right, but he was also he's like a music person, right? And he
What is that?
that's Entertainment Tonight. He kind of has like his songs sort of sound the same because versus
yeah, it's the same song, right? Because it brought that other song back to me, which I didn't even know I remembered that other song, Entertainment Tonight. Seemed what a sick fucking song. You know what, Fred again? There you go. That's free. Take it.
Someone tell Fred again there's a new song that needs to be sampled. Tesh again.
Tesh again.
Connie I just want to say one last thing about Connie Selica. She is Selica, Connie again. Okay.
Is there any other person in the world who's ever said that? Hey, let me say one last thing about Connie Selica.
She has 2 children by John. I don't know if they're by John Tesh, but she has 2 children. Prima Tesh. So her first husband was named Jill Gerard, and then her second husband was John Tesh. So the child that she has with John Tesh is named Prima. So Prima Tesh.
Wow.
You know what? I wish she had named a child Sucka.
Was that second?
Succotash.
Succotash.
They could have been like and then when Sucka is having a bad day, it's like, oh, suffering Succotash.
Wow. Okay.
And her other child is named Gib.
Oh.
That's it.
None of those kids are winning. But I feel like Prima walks around like, I'm a Lamborghini. Okay.
I would love it. You know, there's going to be an episode where like Prima's going to be a stew, and she'd be like, I actually grew up quite wealthy. My mother is Connie Selica and my father is John Tesh. So I know a little bit about the high life. And everyone's gonna be like, who are they?
Okay, so we go back to the boat. Everybody's getting in their bikinis and stuff, but Ellie doesn't want to because of her scupa, whatever you would call a skinny version of a fupa. I'm guessing it would be a scupa. So then now Gail is arguing. She's kind of talking to her boyfriend on text, and she's doing that thing that guys usually do on this show where they're texting and they're like, sorry, I'm not calling you back, babe. I really care. And then they have a moment to the camera where they're like, I really care about this relationship. I hope I can stay in it and not cheat because really all I do is care for my girlfriend. And then you know that they're just doing that so people will feel sorry for them while they actively cheat on camera. But now it's Gail doing it, so I'm glad that she's doing it because I really
because
like
you know
her,
what?
and her boyfriend
sucks.
Yeah, you talked me into it last week, and you're correct. I think you're correct in that assessment.
He's like, because he doesn't he say something here where he's like, I don't understand, you know, like going to another boat leads to 90% of couples, like yacht couples, to break up, and you still did it anyway. I was like, you know what also leads to 100% of breakups? Being annoying. And that's exactly what you are.
And being needy, you know? And he's like, I'm just so sad because you're gone. Well, then don't date somebody who travels for a living, you fucking weirdo. It's like dating a vacuum cleaner salesman and then being mad that they come home, you know, complaining about, you know, making things suck all day. You know? Weirdo. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Stop being a weirdo. Oh, wait. Here's one more thing about Connie Selica. I think we should talk.
She loves vacuums, actually.
Okay. So, yeah, Gail is totally going to cheat. And I'm rooting for it. I think you should cheat. Your boyfriend's a dummy. So they're like, where's Gail? So then Ian, okay, here's the setup in the hot tub. You've got Aisha, who just wants to talk about who she wants to hug. And then you've got the couple who's like, we're just waiting to bang. It's Eyebrows and Bree. And then you've got Forehead over there. Like, does anyone want to talk about little toes? Isn't it funny? Some people have little toenails and some people have long toenails. Look at my toenail. It's so in the middle of being short or long. Look at it. And he's putting his feet in everybody's face. Dude, we're trying to have an orgy here, you fucking weirdo. Get your toe out of my face. Go FaceTime Gail's boyfriend with that shit.
Seriously.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
And while he's like, talking about his toes and everything, it just cuts to Bree and Joe just staring at each other. They're just literally, it's not even eye fucking. It's like those eyes have fucked. They've woken up in the morning, they've gone out and had some food, had awkward conversation, and then they went their own way, and then they've already had another like text session a week later and have fucked again. Like, it is that intense with those eyes right there.
Yeah, and Nathan's in there too, and he's like, God, I really wanted to be with Gail tonight, but instead here I am, listening to Toe Talk. God damn it. I've got about 5 more minutes of hair left to be flirting with hot girls.
And then Joe's like, get your toe out of my butthole. Oh my God. I don't know.
Obsessed with his butthole.
Was that Ian who put his toe into Joe's butthole? Or was that H?
I don't know. I assumed that he was talking to, I don't know. I don't even know. Wait, wasn't it Joe who had the toe in his butthole? Yeah, I thought Joe was saying Bree did, but maybe, I don't know.
Maybe Bree did it. I don't know. There was someone's toe was in someone's butthole. And someone's dead grandfather would not have approved.
My grandpa loved toes and buttholes. So they're like, yeah, they're going to fuck. So Aisha's like, oh, I don't need this. I'm going to go to bed. So they leave Joe and Bree there. So Joe and Bree start making out.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, like Nathan and Ian and Gail are in the crew mess, and they're like talking about their butts because Nathan has no butt, or Ian has no butt. None of them have butts.
Ian has a butt. Ian has a butt, though. I thought so. I thought he had a nice little badonk.
Well, one of them had no butt. I think it was Nathan had no butt. But either way, Gail
doesn't need a butt. He has a face. We don't all get everything. Just be glad with what you've got.
Got one leading feature, right? And so, it's like if you have a basketball team, you might, you'll have like a LeBron, and that's probably good enough, right?
We all have our thing. You don't get everything. You know what I mean?
If you're doing an infotainment show, you have a John Tesh, and you're so. if you have a Mary Hart, Diane
stuck with a Jill. You know what I mean?
Anyway, so they're doing butt stuff, as in talking about butts, and then they're still making out upstairs, and then Nathan and Gail run upstairs to like spy on Bree and Joe making out and everything, and they're like giggling and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're making out."
I think Gail starts this horse shit with us of like, I know I should be putting my relationship first, but I just want him to have my back. I was like, you want him to have your back while you're not calling him. I mean, listen, not to stand up for this guy because he is a whiny baby, but you're now whining because the guy's upset that instead of calling him back, you're cheating on him on camera. Come on now. You want that? You're going to cheat on him with this guy. You don't get to cry, like, why is he going to have your back? I think he knows. I think someone's telling him,
but he also sucks. So she's just probably
he's
excited
whining,
to finally cheat on him. She's been waiting to cheat. Like, it's like rare that I support someone cheating.
Just leave him. You know what don't be like, he doesn't have my back. Be like, this guy's a fucking wuss and he's controlling and I'm too hot for him. I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah. And so she's like crying and she's like, sorry, I thought it'd be okay. I thought it'd be okay talking about having to break up with, what's his name again? Do we know his name? My boyfriend? Totally forgot it.
So then Bree and Nathan are done making out, or Joe are done making out, and Joe goes and giggles with Nathan in the bedroom. He's like, it's just only a kiss, bro. Just only a kiss. But I did get a toe in my butthole. Oh, God. It's amazing.
So now it's the morning. Everyone's waking up, and Ellie is like, 10 minutes till places. And Bree is like, I know, I might be in trouble. She goes, for what? A hookup with Joe. She goes, Girls. Have you ever seen a Lamborghini go driving off a road? That's pretty much what her face looked like at that moment.
A Lamborghini?
A Lamborghini crashing. Basically, imagine a Lamborghini. Now imagine Shannon Bedore driving it while drunk.
Oh, God. Lamborghini's out of there. She's so pissed.
Crashing into the wall.
So Ellie's like, did you have sex? And she's like, shh. And she goes, well, I'm not saying anything. Why are you saying shut to me? I'm second, you are first. This is not how it happened. Bree says she knows how to be a third stew. When she gets mad and uses her little Muppet voice, she is getting so mad. It's so funny. She's like, well, I do feel a little bit sneaked by Brie. Honestly, I sat in the van. You didn't give a fuck about my feelings. And at this point, this is irritating to me. This is irritating to me. If you don't take care of your Lamborghini, it breaks down on side of road. She basically refused oil change to Brie.
Say it.
She says she knows how to take care of Lamborghini. Doubtful!
So meanwhile, Aisha's gossiping with Gail. She's like, so did they hook up? And Gail's like, yes, they did. And she's oh, like penis and vagina hook up or kissing? She's like, no kissing. And Aisha goes, she tells us, what do you think reached Brie first? Joe's eyebrows or his lips? And then is this where Aisha's just like cracking up silently for like 5 minutes? She's like, ah! Like not even any noise is coming out. She's like hunched over.
Aisha is like, yeah, Ellie said I was gonna play hard to get, and I said don't play hard to get, that's not the right move. And Gail's like, no, we're on a boat, you don't play hard to get on a boat. The only thing that's hard to get on this boat is service, okay, or warm eggs.
Or properly seasoned rice. So Brie goes up to Aisha and she's like, see, mommy. She's like, oh, good morning. How are you doing? And, they're all saying hi, good morning and everything. And Joe is saying, like that there's no tension. He's like, there's nothing on my end. Would I kiss Brie again? Probably. Would I kiss Ellie? 100%. My door's open for Brie. My door's open for Ellie. My door's even open for Captain Sandy, whoever wants it. Well, let's not get out of...
I'll bang them all, I'll bang them all, I'll bang them all.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Let me just call Norma. Hey, Norma, how's it going?
Oh, great.
This is
Captain
much
Sandy. Better
Sandy.
than over there, because guess what? I can keep a staff because I'm not a fucking terrorist in a Thor wig.
Okay. Well, Norma, apparently Joe has a house and Aisha and Ellie and I are going to walk in it because the door's open for us. You going to walk in also? Oh, no, you can't because last time I checked, the door wasn't open for you. So think about that a little bit, huh?
Listen, lady, the only door open for you is the door to Fantastic Sam's. Please walk through it and fix that mop on your head, okay? You're embarrassing.
Oh, yeah? Well, I may go to Fantastic Sam's, but it seems like you need to have a session at Super Mutts. If you get what I'm saying, there's a joke there. It's dogs.
You're really flailing over there, hon. Okay? Listen, the best thing you've ever done is run that Somali pirate out of Iraq, which, by the way, I fact-checked that story. I don't think that ever happened. Turns out Iraq doesn't even need boat staffs. So I don't even know what you were doing over there on a boat. You liar, pants on fire.
Hold on, sorry. I just got a text from the Somali pirate who says, hey, Sandy, I know you play for the other team, but I do ya. So I guess that's 2 straight guys who are into me right now. How many are into you?
Oh, hey, Sandy, I hate to interrupt your pathetic attempts at dissing me, but I just wanted to say one more thing about Connie Selica. Bloop.
Oh, yeah?
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot,
Now,
dot.
don't you mess with Connie Selica.
Dot, dot, dot,
I had
dot.
a poster of her hanging on my wall in high school.
Dot, dot, dot. YouTube link. Click. Do 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 do
Da 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 da. Good song.
God,
Good
that's
song.
our song, isn't it, girl? Love you, bitch.
Love you too, bitch.
So Jono is downstairs like, oh, I hope these guys are going to be nice to me. Not mean. Oh, those people were mean to me. Not mean to me.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just walking around the kitchen saying every gay thing he can think of to say to himself.
I know. He's talking to his boyfriend, the opera singer, and he's like, Hello, how's it going? It's your boyfriend, the architect turned chef. Okay, well, guess what? Second charter guest didn't really like the food. I mean, like, I thought if you put half a bottle of cardamom into something, people would enjoy it. But no, I was shocked. I was like, wait, what? And then when I get feedback like that, it makes me think, okay, am I gonna get like fired or something? Or like, I don't know, like blah, 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 blah. It just makes me like really doubt myself, you know? Not doubting myself. Hashtag
Not doubting
like that.
myself. So then he's like, it's a skill to get negative feedback and not have it weigh you down. Sometimes you take it with a grain of salt and sometimes you take it with a boulder. It's a skill to let people criticize you. Warm your eggs up, dude. Like, I don't need a full psychology session with you of like how big of a person you are for not calling someone a fucking bitch when they, questioned you once. Okay. Warm up your eggs. This isn't a personal thing. You served cold eggs that had been there for an hour. You served cold dish towel eggs, sir. I'm not going to sit here and feel so. You do not get a gold medal for not freaking out.
And you also messed up your grain of salt metaphor, which, by the way, grain of salt, something that you could have used. With sometimes you take it with a grain of salt, sometimes with a boulder. That's not how you don't. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Salt, boulder. How does that? No.
A boulder of salt.
So Sandy gets a text from Norma about a chef being available in 2 days because, I have a standard to uphold on board, okay? I think Jonathan knows my expectation and he has to perform. Otherwise, I have to replace him. And I'm not going to say who replaces John, but his last name may rhyme with flesh. Da 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 da, cooking in the kitchen. Da 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 da, making good dinners. Gonna put some good seasoning on his food.
I'm sorry, I had a chef for you, but he's running late now because they just had a one-person dance party over here remembering our song. God damn, that's a good song. Remember when we used to do the chicken dance to that song? Na 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 na. That actually works.
It does work. I used to also do the electric slide to the NBA theme song, but back then I called it the electric Celica. It was great.
Wow. Your electric Celica, that was prima. Whoa.
You can buy a Celica these days that is electric, I'm sure.
Poor guy. I always wondered if she made money off those cars.
She should have sued.
She should have. Prima probably didn't let her. She's like, man, please don't draw attention to your name. That my name is Prima and my mom's named after a Toyota. Okay? God, can't you be a Lamborghini? I'll be your mother. Not you, maid. Get out of here.
When does Wind come on?
Wow, Norma, you're really cosplaying hard there.
So Nathan, the crew's turning over the boat. Nathan's talking about how much he likes Gail. What else is new? Sandy.
So basic and boring. Of course they like each other. It's like 2 cartons of milk just standing next to each other in the store because you both go together. You know what I mean? It's like you're categorized together.
She's drop dead gorgeous. There's no way that Nathan gets to hook up with Gail on land. Like, this is something that only happens because they are stuck on a yacht together.
No, I think so. Because people who are just basic like that love each other. People who just like can flirt about a strawberry for years and years. They'll do that for years. That'll be their thing. Like, they'll be in a Whole Foods, and it'll be like, you want a strawberry? He'll be like, oh yeah, still got it, baby. Making out against the produce section wall.
Okay, it's time for a preference sheet meeting. Everyone gather. Aisha, Jonathan, and Ian. Okay. All right. Our primary is Brittany Brower, a former fashion model. Hold on. Let me say that again. Air quotes. Fashion model. She was on ANTM. I know. Anyway, she's turned to stay-at-home ma'am. Okay. I think she was also a stay-at-home model, if you catch my drift. Okay.
That's why she became a mom. It was crazy. She stayed at home so much modeling that she got pregnant there. It was crazy. So don't stand still too long. That's what I always say. You'll end up pregnant. Okay. That's why I'm always moving. Can't get me. Okay. I'm going to speed walk. God, I love love. Okay. Brittany Brower. So she's from Tampa. Best friend, former roommate named Trishelle, mentor friend Marcia, and her husband Dean, owners of a modeling agency. These two look fun. I think this woman just woke up from a nap. Let's take a look at her hair close up.
Okay, let's look at the you may have seen Brittany, Trishelle, and Marsha on TV, so don't fan out. And she's like, oh, I can't fan out if I don't know them. I don't know who Marsha is. She has escaped my pop culture awareness, I have to say.
Should we look her up? What'd you say her name was? Marsha what? Marsha modeling agency owner? No, I don't think we should.
Marsha,
we'll be here all day.
Below Deck Med Modeling Agency. She probably was on some VH1 show. Marsha Doll Models. Okay, Marsha Doll.
Marsha Doll? Like DOLL?
Yeah.
Marsha.
Oh, is she on TLC? Found her in New York. Oh, I mean, are we? Oh, yeah, she's like a thing.
Oh, she's a thing. Well, she's got a picture where she's doing that, like, I won. Like, her arms are in the air, like, I won. And actually, her Instagram picture looks like the modern version of Lisa Rinna, who's gone kind of off the deep end. Because Lisa like, I have daughters in fashion now. I'm very fashionable. I'm wearing crazy suits and doll face and bleached blonde man hair. And it's like, what are you up to, dude? But yeah, this lady's looking like she's cosplaying Lisa Rinna, I think.
Yeah, Lisa Rinna is in a really strange place at the moment. She's like in a, she looks like Dr. Wily from Mega Man these days.
Yeah, she's living her best life. She's having fun out there, that's for sure. Listen, you can say a lot about Lisa Rinna, but one thing you cannot say is that she does not enjoy her life, because that girl is just out there doing whatever the fuck she wants. She literally changes her personality every year. Go for it. You're like a TLC version of Madonna. Go for it. So there's Bravo and TLC reality personality, TV host, founder of NYC Boot Camp, talent/modeling agent, author, your everything happy coach, Marcia Doll Models.com.
Wow.
Your everything
I had
happy
never
coach.
heard of her.
Fuck off.
I feel like I failed.
I liked you because you had nap hair, but I can't like you because you're a coach for everything happy. Get the fuck out of here. Here's how you're happy. Marry your husband everywhere you go.
Okay, so back to the preference sheet meeting. Hold on, there's a note here that says Trishelle would like to speak with the manager. Okay, that's good to know.
So let's see. John was like, oh God, the primary. Here we get to the primary. Well, you know what? The primary's got some top line requests. 5 tins of beluga. And John goes, oh no. Long list of dislikes here. She doesn't like duck, anything gamey, cold eggs, big fatty oysters, chicken wings that aren't fully cooked, no melons. Now listen. Chicken wings that aren't fully cooked, that's totally fair. And it's also funny that she would know to tell him his seared chicken ass that.
I know. Chicken wings that aren't, by the way, I'm not sure there's anyone who likes an undercooked chicken wing because I don't think it's actually safe to eat that.
This is the moment that I knew this girl is a total asshole. Who writes that? Please don't give me any undercooked chicken wings. Okay.
She must have had a bad experience somewhere. I was like, I have to ask every time. It's like when Ina Garten is like, always break your eggs into another bowl because you never know when you're going to get a bad egg. Because she clearly had some horrific egg once that has like changed her. And I have a friend who was like, you know what? Honestly, I had a bad egg once. And once you have that bad egg, you never, like, it stays with you. It stays. Yeah.
Well, I think that also possibilities that Ina just sucks at crashing eggs and gets shell in them, like the rest of us, like the rest of us mortals. But yeah, don't go getting organic farm eggs. You're going to get dead birds in there sometimes, and it's going to be disgusting. Bloody eggs.
So yeah,
right?
so
isn't that what a bad egg is? It's like a little.
I think a bad egg is. I assumed a bad egg is like it's stinky and like.
Oh yeah, because you stopped. You're like, that's not a thing, Ronnie. But maybe it's not. I don't know because I only buy like really processed things. Blood.
There may be. I don't know. There may be. I don't know. Maybe there's. I know that there's a Filipino thing called. I forget what it's called, but it's basically like an egg that has like a bird in it that you actually eat.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
Anyway, so Jonathan is like, he's like, okay, so it goes down this whole list. And then he's like, that's funny. So she pretty much eats everything, huh? That's funny. Think about that. See, it's funny.
That was really good. That was a really good one. God, I wish Norma was here.
Talk about someone who pretty much eats everything.
Damn it, I was trying to have a nice Norma episode.
Oh,
Inside
sorry.
voice.
No, it's like new gay slang. She ate.
She sure ate. She sure did. Get out of my memories. Get out of my inside voice channel. Jeez.
You know who else ate? John Tesh. God, he really killed it with that song.
So John was like, damn, okay, I was looking forward to the next group being a little less picky, but they're picky. Not picky. So then Aisha is talking about how magic hour, they're going to renew their vows in a silly, fun, ancient Greek themed ceremony. And John was like, hilarious. And then the guest requests a runway show by the crew for the guests to judge. Oh, God, guys, if you're going to force this shit on us every week, come up with new stuff.
I know. Okay, everyone. Charter 3. No chick in this charter. Okay, no chick in this charter. No guest floating away from the boat either, by the way. Okay, so here's what you have to remember. No chicken, no drowning. All right? Okay, go get them, team.
We're going to do great. So now Gail is checking with Aisha, and Gail's like, I'm so scared. And Aisha's like, do you want to come for a cuddle? Come over here. So she tries to climb on top of the bed, which is apparently really hard.
Yeah, that was it was not a lot of room. Gail was like, this is hard to do. And then Aisha's talking about how it's like hard, like having a relationship when you're yachting. There's not a lot of time. And Scott's really great because he's just like, I know you're busy, just call me when you need to call me. So, she has a much better relationship than Gail is essentially what this is all about.
Yeah. And she's like, her boyfriend not understanding that she can't talk every 5 minutes is mean. Like, it's shitty of him, especially because he's a yachty, She's like, yeah, this guy's a selfish dick, So then Bree is checking in with Ellie, and she's like, is everything okay between us? And she's like, not 100%.
So Bree's like, well, I don't know where to begin, honestly, but do you mind if I sit here on the edge of your bed? And Ellie's like, go for it. And at this point, you think like Ellie's gonna be like, yeah, it's just sort of suck because I kind of like Joe too. She's like, so I mean, I don't know. I think I made it abundantly clear that I was interested in Joe, and you were like, fuck that. I'm just gonna go do my own thing. I've taken it upon myself, this Lamborghini, to train you. You go at best, and I say that with specific context. And the way things were going for you, if you hadn't had my training, Lambo training, you would be in a very different situation right now.
And then, after all of that, do you give fucks about me? Questionable! It's like breaking girl code over a random fucking guy. Well, if he's so random, what are you so worked up over? And also, you don't get to yell at somebody when you trained them. You're getting paid to train her, okay? Stop acting like you should win the Nobel Peace Prize for like training somebody how to iron a dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, well, if I knew that it would hurt you, I would never have done it in the first place. She goes, no, I don't know. That is a very snake move of snake, a snaky snake move.
It's like, it was never shit snaky. She goes, it is, listen, I'm genuinely hurt by what you did. Genuinely.
At this point in the episode, I would say, I think that Ellie is overreacting, but I can kind of get it. I get it. She's like, this girl was hopeless. I did go out of my way to really help her. And I was like, I like Joe. Like, she eventually did say in the thing, like, I like Joe. And then Bree, like, made out with him. And that, like, it sucks. And I feel like it would have been like, it hurt. And then that would be the end of it. But then as the episode goes on, it's like, oh, wow. We're seeing a whole other side to Ellie now.
Yeah, I just don't like when people call the guy. I don't think it's fair. I have a friend who does it. He always does it. Every bar we go into, he's like, that one's mine. And it's like, he never does anything to go get the guy. You know what I mean? But then if the guy flirts with any one of us, then this guy acts all bent out of shape. And you know who it is, but I will not say his name. But it does it every time, and it's so fucking frustrating. I just don't like when people do that. You don't get to do that.
Stop calling dibs. I agree. Like, you don't get to call dibs. But that being said, if you are a dib caller, I do understand why she is. Like, it's like I don't necessarily agree with her, but I understand why she's like in her feelings about it. Ultimately she lost out.
But you know what? Here's the thing: yell at the chicken the chicken bone with the eyebrows. Why are you mad at her? This guy's flirting with
Exactly.
you and then immediately going to make out with somebody else. He's the one being an asshole. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Bria's like, the last thing I want to be called is a snake. Although I really did enjoy one last night, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, oh, no, I don't think it's fair at all. I know I never do anything with maleficent. What is it? What is the word? Malus? Melisse? Malus? Malapropism?
she's like, I think I fucked up me and Ellie's friendship. She goes to Joe immediately, which I love that Bree's like, I'm so hurt. I'm gonna go cry about it. But instead she runs to Joe. Like,
Yes.
oh no, Joe, take care of me. I've just hurt my friendship with Ellie. I was like, wow, this girl does not give any fuck. She's acting like she cares, but she does not. She runs right to the guy, which I like this move.
And then by the way, I also like when Ellie says, I'm not going to take advantage of my position and make you feel uncomfortable in any terms of way in terms of work. But for me, this has changed the relationship entirely. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm really looking forward to you, Ellie, not making this, not changing the dynamic at the workplace whatsoever.
Right.
I'm sure that'll really work out.
So then Joe loves this, right? Because he's like, I'm just a magnet to chaos. I mean, forgive a man for having fun, eh?
So, yeah, right. Like this, oh my God, drama always finds me. It's that classic line. That's like Ben from Below Deck. Ugh.
Oh, it's the cripplingly insecure guy who just needs to flirt with everybody so he'll get some kind of love from somebody because his grandpappy didn't give it to him enough.
That's right.
You know, it's like we've all been there, buddy.
So Bria's going to sleep in the crew mess tonight. It literally is like Love Island. This is what happens when the couples get into a fight. Someone usually sleeps outside. But like, why are you doing that? You can just sleep in. You're not sharing a bed. Just sleep above it, and you guys just don't talk. It's fine.
You know, I was thinking about Love Island watching this because I watched it with you, and we talked about it the other day on the bonus episode, and it was making me think, do you think that the cast just watch those shows and that's why they act like this now? Where it's like, it's a game. Like they come on the boat now and then it's a race to see who can get the guy or who can get the girl. And then they fight over them. And then it's like some contest where they're like, I'm so sad I lost that. Now who can I go for? It's just like there's not really that many emotions attached to it. It's like a game. They're all competing with each other. And do you think it's Love Island's effect on pop culture?
It might be. I mean, Love Island, the creators say they want to do a show that actually kind of reflects dating in a certain sort of way. So it's hard to say. Are people...
Because dating is like that now, yeah, I guess.
Dating is like it. So how much is being impacted by these shows versus how much are these shows reflecting? And it's just all going in a loop. It's like the snake eating its own tail. I forget what it's called, but it's a Greek term.
It's like
and we're in
infinity,
Greece.
kind of, but sneaky. Guys, is art TV or is TV art? Or is life art or is TV life?
It's so deep. The show is very deep.
This is really deep, guys. What's happening to the world?
Okay, so she's like,
For me, I'm going to sleep in the crew mess tonight.
and Nathan's like, I love it. Charter 3 starting with a bit of interior drama. Good night. Don't anybody talk to strawberries about me. I'm a one strawberry kind of a man.
So they're like, well, of course we can't let her sleep there in the crew mess. So they go make like a little bed on the floor for her. And, so she's going to go and move in. And Joe says, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to move in after a kiss. I mean, this is a first for me. She's like, oh, there'll be more kisses to come. So she sleeps on their floor, which I think is weird. I'm sorry. That's a strange move. Especially,
she's a stalker now. Like now I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, now you're weird.
Yeah, and like,
changed.
and if you really are sincere about like, oh, I wouldn't want to hurt you, Ellie, then then that this would probably make her feel worse too. So you're also being insincere about like about what you're saying to Ellie.
Yeah. So then Sandy calls Ian to the bridge and she's like, okay, now listen. For this charter, I'm going to need you to step it up. Now, I heard you did a toe monologue last night. Listen, love that. Love toes, love monologues. You're doing great. So just more of that, okay? And you got to snap your deck team into shape. I want everybody to be happy, but stop making rookie mistakes. Maybe do that toe monologue to an anchor. See how that works out. Just do something with the toe. I want more toe monologue and less eating while people are setting up picnics. Got it?
And then we see Ellie talking to Jono, saying morning and stuff. And she says, like, I did not hear Bree in the cabin. I mean, honestly, I don't have any compassion for you. So you can sleep wherever the hell you want. You can't share the garage with the Lamborghini if you know what I'm saying, okay?
You can sleep in the both roster room if you want. So Aisha's like, this morning the plan is to make beds and smash cabins all together, girls. We're going to do Greek ceremonies. It's going to be so wonderful. We did well. Let's maintain the standard. Everybody's doing great. And the girl's like, I hate you. I hate you too.
I hate you. So Ian gives some, he orders around his crew and everything. And he talks about like, he doing like how like he motivates his team by giving a lot of energy. He does an energy booster for them, like a motivational speaker,
Yeah.
which everyone loves.
Your team hates you and wishes you were dead. So you're not doing great, but love to see you think you are. So then Aisha goes to Sandy and she's like, oh, Sandy, I just wanted to go and show you my thumb. It's got a cut on it. It's the same one I stuck up my bum to show people where poop comes out of. And apparently it gave it an infection and I'm not really sure. I don't want the food infecting my thumb. Well, actually, I think it's the other way around. I think your thumb would infect the food. That's interesting. I've never really thought about it like that. My bum hole's itching. Hold on a second. Ow! Yeah, just go to the hospital. Jesus, you're grossing me out.
This is I think I'm gonna barf soon. You know what this is like? This is a disgusting morning. This is the exact opposite of Entertainment Tonight. It's disgust morning.
This establishment's getting a C. Okay, I'm sorry.
How do you sing the Entertainment Tonight theme song backwards? Because this is na 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 Celica. Oh, it says Celica if you play it backwards.
Yep.
It's turning into Missy Elliott. Work it. Can you work it?
Girls, can I speak with you? I'm so sorry. I've got a poop infection in my thumb, and Sandy thinks I got it from the chicken that was trying to crawl up inside of me, so I've got to go to the hospital. Can you believe it, girls?
Now, if I'm not back in time, welcome drinks and towels, and Ellie, please, you're going to have to cover the tour. And also, Sandy wanted me to tell you all this. I don't get it either,
Who's
but
that woman dancing on a board?
It's me. Tell Sandy thanks for playing our song. Love you, girl.
is that the famous Norma?
Norma, put your bra back on. The ocean police are passing by.
It's no use, Aisha. When that song plays, Norma just lets loose.
You know what? When we played John Tesh back in the day when we were roommates, I stopped calling him John Tesh and started calling him John Tush because that's what Norma pulled out. Jeez.
Let me tell you something. You play 3 bars of that theme song, and she's suddenly taken back to Oberlin College, 1987.
Okay, so she goes to the hospital, and so now Ellie and Bree are left. So Ellie.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, dear.
Literally so stupid. Okay, so Ellie and Bree are left together, which is going to get really, really ugly. So they're doing provisions, and Ian's like, do you know where stuff is going? Do you know where my toe's about to go? Get your toe out of my ass, please. So Bree's like, I don't know where stuff goes. Just ask Ellie. And they're like, but where does it go? And she's like, Ellie calls the shots. And they're like, you call the shots. So she's like, right there. Now he's like, how dare you try to usurp my Lamborghini authority?
How about I do it from now on? She's like, excuse me, Brie. Would you please? Okay. Why are you calling the shots? This is my job. I don't know where I am in the notes. All I know is it's my job. Lamborghini job.
You should not be going around and telling people what to do, because this is my job to do it. I'm second stool, you're third stool. You are usurper.
Say that again one more time. Internal. I'm still lost. I am still lost.
Okay, I'm not even reading notes. I'm being an idiot.
I just remember that Brie was like, put the sodas in the kitchen. How dare you use my authority like that?
It's like, why are you doing this to me?
So she's just going to come for Brie no matter what Brie does, you know? So, which also just makes her look crazy to the guys. You know, she's just not playing this very well, Ellie. So Ellie's like, okay, then Bree's like, this girl thinks that I'm trying to compete with her, and that's just not the case. She's so focused on hierarchy. And I get it, there's hierarchy, but talk nice to me.
Okay, I will finish this up, you stupid slag, and then it will be yours, okay? And the chef has a crate of citrus, and some of it is rotting, so I would like you to throw out the rotten parts of it. Oh, no, first, smush the rotten parts on your face, and then we can decide who is more rotten, the fruit or your face.
I want you to stare at rotten lemon and tell yourself, who's more rotten, me or this lemon? This lemon and me have one thing in common. We're usurpers!
So Brie goes, but that's not really a priority for me right now. And Ellie looks at her like, oh! And she goes, what? I was told by Aisha I need to stick in laundry so I can get everything cleared. So that's what I'm going to do right now instead of staring at rotten fruit in kitchen.
Ellie, we can both give each other sass, but you don't need to when it's not necessary. No, I'm sorry, that is Brie saying that. Brie, you say it.
Why are you doing an impersonation of me, Brie?
Ellie, we can both give each other sass, but you don't need to when it's not necessary.
Ellie's like, she's like, the fact that Brie is feeling empowered to speak to me this way is kind of shocking. Her job, which she doesn't understand, is to support me. And I don't know what to say anymore because it makes no freaking sense to me.
See, that is not her job. I've never heard a second stew like this. Like, her job is to support me. Where's the bottom of the pyramid? I'm throwing myself up in the air out there. So Ellie's like, she's pissed. So then she goes to Jono to complain, which, girl, you don't even pay attention enough to know that that's Bree's gay BFF. Why are you telling him?
Yeah.
So she's like, I just asked Bree to do something, and she said it's not a priority for me right now. And he goes, excuse me? Okay. ate that. She ate that. She sure did eat it.
Like, it's a compliment. He's not on your side.
And Ellie's like, and the provisions are right. And she's like, I told Joe to put it on the sun deck because that's where it goes. And I'm like, excuse me, girlfriend, non-Lamborghini. I was like, girl, you're playing with fire.
And it's like, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Getting too hot, I'm going to take my clothes off.
I love that Brie telling Joe to put provisions on a sun deck is equivalent to her playing with fire.
So then they're talking up. So then Ian's like, do we have towels on the sun deck? And Nathan goes, no, we haven't done towels yet, mate. And he goes, what about a faster pace? You're like a Kit Kat, always on a break. Nathan's just like, I'm going to kill this fucking guy. He's like, that's it, self-help guru. You just got gurued.
So now it's time for Brie to complain to Jono. And she's like, dude, I think I'm going crazy. Like, I'm going to burst into tears. He goes, oh, yeah, your friend took care of the citrus, by the way. It was like a whole thing. Because, Ellie was like, rotten. Okay, from here on out, we no longer say rotten, we say Brie. Brie, 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 Brie.
So it's like, there's so much unnecessary drama happening. It doesn't need to be like this. I don't know why it is like this.
And he's like, oh my God, the animosity is crazy. And she's like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm going to be like, I hope you had a good day then, bitch, because I'm going to be spicy like that. And he goes, oh, are you going to be spicy or are you going to be saucy? Either way, I'm hiding cardamom in it.
Gigi Fernandez won't like your attitude because it's be disgusting after I put my spice in it. So she's like,
let me tell you what to put in there.
Nutmeg, but don't tell anybody. It's a secret.
so Bree says, I'm going to be passive aggressively spicy. But what she doesn't realize is that Ellie and Sandy are both listening in from different angles. And when Bree turns the corner, there's Sandy. And Sandy goes, oh, hey, so you're going to be what? Passive aggressive spicy? What does that mean? Should I be angry?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is, but I do remember Norma wearing that costume one year for Halloween. You know, she couldn't just be a Spice Girl. She had to be passive aggressively Spice.
Yeah, didn't really work out so well for her, unfortunately.
No.
So Bree goes, oh, yes, passive aggressive spicy, yes. Oh, it means I'm going to be angry, but I'm going to keep it in and still do the right thing. I was like, that's not what passive aggressive spicy means, and we all know it.
And she's like, are you angry? Why are you angry? She goes, I'm just upset because there's unnecessary drama happening that doesn't need to be happening. And it's kind of affecting me, but it's something I will speak to Aisha about and not to you because I don't want to speak to you about it. And she's like,
It's okay. We all get tired. We all experience this. Everybody hugs sometime.
come on over here. That's why my arms are open. Come on over here, passive aggressive angry Spice.
Okay, I'll come over into your arms, okay? I know not everyone's going to like me, and it's fine.
Everybody will like you. You know why? Because you're so likable. Whatever your name is, you're going to be fine. And anytime you can come up to the bridge, preferably not when I'm there. Do it when one of the other guys are there. They're good huggers. Just say, Sandy told me to come up here for hugs. They'll hug you. If I'm watching wind, don't bother me. I'll fire you. Gosh, forgot your name already. Just go ahead and go. Do you like black polyester or white polyester? I'm going to stick with the black. Forgot what we were talking about. Love apples. Do you think peanut butter belongs on apples or bread? Think about that till next time we see each other. Bye. I'm going to take a nap now.
You know what? The fact that Bree is crying right now, I just want to make sure she's okay. I don't have any details. I don't need details. I respect that she wants to go to Asia, and it's not my business until it's made my business. Where is Asia anyway, by the way? And then, speaking of which, oh, there's the ambulance. No, that's actually just Asia.
Well, no, it's an ambulance. Aisha's just riding on top of it. Hey everybody, it's me, Aisha. Guess what I got? Stitches! I'm so excited! I got stitches, I farted in the emergency room, I pooped in a bucket and I bled on a doctor. It was the best day of my life, actually. I said, can this day get any better? And the nurse who was checking me out sneezed right in my face and I said, it just did. It just happened.
Okay, everyone, who wants to go see the glass that was embedded in my thumb? Here it is. Everyone's like, oh, here it is. Okay, we're putting it on display.
She's walking around with the little plastic baggie of her broken glass dead.
Sandy's like, you didn't feel that? She's like, I did. I just tried to ignore it.
I have to keep this on for 2 days and it can't get wet. Capiche? Sandy's like, okay.
All right, I'll make sure not to spill a glass of water on it like I was planning. It says giant thumb cast. It's like she has like a big like thumbs up. Oh God, my anus is going to be so wide now every time I try to stick it in to feel the poop.
Okay, could you check with that girl who cries a lot in a weird accent? Because I caught her up there and she was saying something about being passive aggressive, angry or something. I think she needs to talk to you. I would talk to her, but honestly, I got real bored. She's got real boring energy, you know?
Also, maybe check in on Ellie. I caught her throwing limes against the wall and saying, rotten, 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 rotten.
Things went really crazy while you were gone. So Aisha comes to Bree and she's like, how's everything going, Bree? She's, I think I feel like I need to speak to you. Do you want to come speak in my cabin? Come on, tell me what's wrong. And she's like, well, the provisions came and the alcohol arrived and I told them put it on sun deck, but then Ellie was like, stop calling the shots, basically. And then there's this like awkward vibe, and it's not a very nice vibe. It's like an awkward vibe.
Or do you feel like she's power tripping a little bit?
Yes, but I'm like sensitive and I like cry.
Okay, well, she's there to help guide you and stuff, but she shouldn't be bossing you around in a way that makes you feel upset, poor Bree.
And Aisha's like, this is so tense because it's a charter, you know. And she's like, they say don't screw the crew, but what they should say in fine print is don't screw the crew if you can't emotionally handle blasting your thumb and bleeding all over nurses while you're trying to show the entire doctor staff where poop comes from.
So then Aisha volunteers to talk to Ellie, but Bree's like, no, I'll do it. I'll talk to her. It'll be fine. So it's 30 minutes until whites, until the guests come. They have to change into whites. So Ellie and Bree are in their room changing, and Ellie's like, I found more towels, you insolent little twat. And Bree is like, oh, great. Do you think I can talk to you for a second?
She's like, okay. So she tries it again. She's like, I don't want today to go on like this. Like, it does affect me.
Yeah, it affects me as well. Gong, gong, something in Lamborghini engine.
And she's like, what else is bugging you? She goes,
You don't just tell someone in the higher position what to do.
and she's like, but I didn't tell you what to do. I just said maybe you're having a bit of a power trip. And Ellie's like,
I do not need to be on power trip, darling. I've led large teams. I think you are just playing the victim. I'm sorry. I'm not the person that can be easily manipulated.
No, I'm just upset because I feel like you're being so fake. I love the way that Bree is trying to like make things better by saying, oh, you're on a power trip and you're being fake.
I know Bree's terrible at this. It's like she's crying and she's like, I'm just going to make things better. I need to go make it better by myself. You're a fake bitch. I hate you and I'm stealing the man.
I know, you power tripping. I was like, I'm not going to be upset anymore and argue about your moon's upside down, by the way. Whatever that meant, the moon's upside down.
I didn't know what that meant either. I wonder what she was talking about.
I think it was something about like the uniform.
So Sandy radios, so the guests are coming, right? So then Aisha's like, are you okay, Ellie? And she's like, your energy seems off today. She's like,
Bree's attitude, I don't know where it's coming from. She started to get a little disrespectful. I don't know. I don't know. I'm seconds too. She starts too. So I don't know. Power tripping.
Just, I don't know where this attitude came from. It's like all of a sudden you start yelling at the girl and suddenly she doesn't like you anymore. It's just so strange.
and she's like,
It's like Aisha. She's telling me things to do. Like if I was to tell you, here's where provisions go, you'd be like, why are you so stunningly beautiful, Playboy Bunny? Where's Hugh Hefner? Where is he? Is he hiding in the bush? I would say, thank you, Aisha. What were we talking about?
So Aisha's like, oh, this is, it's really important for me to stay neutral with the girls, and I don't actually know what happened, so my place as leader is to be professional and treat them both the same, like they're equally idiots.
really, I can't get in the middle, but what I can do is I can put $5 down on the one that I believe is going to win in the street fight that this is going to result in, and I'm choosing the Eastern Bloc girl.
So now the guests are arriving. We see all of them.
Where's she
They're
from?
like,
Bulgaria. It's Bulgaria, right?
No, I think that Ellie is from Serbia.
Oh, thank you.
I think Serbia.
Sorry, no disrespect intended, Ellie, because I like you a lot.
Oh, not Bulgaria.
I don't know.
She's from Balkans. She's from Balkans.
She's from Balkan's Crest.
Oh my God, you know Connie Saliga?
Balkans Crest. Featuring Connie Salica. Was that what Connie Salica was on?
No,
what was she
but
on?
that's just an old soap from that time. Falcon Crest. Let's see.
Yes.
Connie Salica. I think Connie Salica.
The
Oh,
Bermuda
I didn't know how you spelled her
Hotel.
name. It's Sellecca. Connie Salica.
Oh, odd.
God, she's so pretty, Connie Salica.
She is.
Her name is Concetta Seleccia. Wow, what a pretty name. She was born in the Bronx to Italian parents. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The great. Okay, let's see. Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. in the 70s. She's Dressed to Kill. What's her TV shows? Pam Davidson in the comedy drama series The Greatest American Hero. Okay.
That's
big.
big.
She was in Hotel. That's what she was in.
By the way, she was in a TV show called P.S. I Love You. Wasn't that an actual movie? P.S. I Love You. Did they steal? Was P.S. I Love You stolen from a Connie Selica TV show?
I don't know. I think that's an old song. P.S. I love you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I know we'll have to consult Fred again.
Fred again. We've lost dancing. Connie Selica.
She was in Hero. She was in Hero, which was a movie with Gina Davis and Dustin Hoffman and Andy Garcia. Wow, I loved that movie.
She was also in Beyond Westworld in 1980. Wow, man, I'm really falling down the Connie Selica, the Conchetta Selecia rabbit hole over here. Okay.
Oh, I think her dad is named Prima, which explains why she has a daughter named Prima. It all makes sense now.
Well, let me tell you, you're just hiring expectations with that name on both the man and the girl. Okay, let's just say like let's call our next kid like Mid. Hey, Mid. Everyone loves a mid, a good strong mid. Eh, Connie?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a fair statement to make.
Okay, so Ellie's starting to spin out, and Aisha's like, well, I don't want to talk about it. So then the guests come, and it's time to go, So then someone's asking what happened to Aisha's thumb, and she's like, I wanted to get stitches. I'm sorry it's not that pretty, but let me tell you, how poop comes out is way worse. So how do you all know each other?
I hear that you all are on TV, but none of us recognize you. Oh, did I say that out loud by accident?
And the primary, Natasha's like, so, yeah, I started modeling at 11 years old, and she was my teacher, and then I started teaching.
Wait, Natasha. I wonder. Okay, I'm confused. Well, it doesn't even matter. I thought Brittany Brower was the primary. See, I can't even keep it straight. It doesn't. You know what? And honestly, it literally doesn't even matter.
I thought so. She was, I don't know who's who either. I need some time. I need some time.
There's a lot of people on this boat right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and none of them.
I don't like Trishelle. There. That's my opinion.
Trishelle's the worst of them.
Trishelle, who doesn't even do anything bad on this. I'm still mad about traders. So Sandy's like, so how do you feel about this charter? Jonathan, I'm the only person in the world who's going to call you Jonathan. Will I go by your preferred name, Jono? No. Hey, it's in your name. No. Okay, so how's it going? No. And he's like, well, I'm a little nervous. You said the standards are super high, and I'm hoping I can bring it in this trip.
And which he probably won't. And he's like, one more set of bad feedback, and I might lose my job. So I'm going to work smart, reading the preferences. These guys all seem like they're kind of into Asian-y vibes, and I think my sushi skills are pretty up there. So it's like pulling into my architectural background, making models and stuff. And it's time to just like suck it up and get this pussy popping. Yes, let's make some architectural sushi and get this pussy popping.
If only we could eat your personality, it would also still be sent back. I'm telling you right now. So Asian Radio's the guy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a girl on Love Island, right? She just came into the villa last night, and she's like trying to be like all sassy, and she's like she really likes the guys, and she's like, oh my god, my kitty is purring, but like no one heard her, so she says it again. She goes, I know, right? I mean, my pussy is purring. I just, for some reason, him saying, let's get this pussy popping, I'm imagining the girl off to the side on the boat going, this kitty is purring. Anyone?
He just keeps trying it. He's going to keep trying it all day. So now it's time for Gail to talk about Nathan. He's like so good at his job, and she's got such a connection with him. And oh my god, like they like strawberries. And then Aisha and Ellie are serving lunch, and Aisha goes, wow, Ellie's really lost his spark today. And it cuts to Ellie pouring water into a glass, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. You know, like when water and ice just like slugs into a glass.
Oh,
and
I
love
hate
that
that.
was the example. That was the example of her losing her spot. Like, look at the way the water and the ice is just kind of falling into the glass. It's the most depressing, sparkless water pour I've ever seen.
It's just sad. So then, here comes some real big drama, guys. Okay, so hey, release the anchor for shackles. And Joe's like, all right, well, the brake is fully loose and it seems like we've touched the bottom. Okay, well, it's 40 meters deep. Has one shackle even gone out yet? Am I right? What's the deal with shackles? Didn't.
The brake is fully loose. It seems like it's touched the bottom. 40 meters. Shackles. One shackle is gone, but I'm fully released on the brake. Release the brake. Release the braking. Release the Kraken. I'm just kidding. Don't release the Kraken. Just the brake. Are you talented enough at this for me to make jokes about Krakens yet? I don't know. Okay, how many shackles are we at? I hope that Gail's sitting there staring at you gorgeously, making you feel super insecure right now. Gail, you doing that? Sure am, Sandy. Good job, girl. Good job.
Something is happening here, and I wasn't quite sure what was happening, but I know that whatever was happening was not happening correctly because Gail's like, one shackle is 27 feet, or what I like to call them strawberries, and we are in 40 meters of water, and I feel like if Joe is feeling the pressure. So the question is, if 27 feet have gone out and we're in 40 meters of water, and a train is going at 60 miles per hour from Buffalo towards Albany, how long before I give up another strawberry to Nathan?
That's so funny how she's doing it. She's like, oh my God, 27 feet, 40 meters of water. I feel like Joe's feeling the pressure. Captain's on the radio. She's waiting. I guess this is where experience comes in. It's like, yes. I love this girl. I hate her love story, but I'm loving her. She's so funny. And she's sitting there just watching him and he's freaking out. And she's just calmly watching him, but also helping him, but being careful not to girl splain because he's already like, he's already insecure, and she totally knows how to do it, and it's cracking me up because she knows how to finesse it. Like, you're supposed to move the whatever it is, the
Something
the
with
reel,
the something and put your hand
spool,
there.
The spool. So you're supposed to like finesse it with your hand or something, and he doesn't know how to do it, so he's being really clunky. And she's like, well, here's another man being elevated for no good reason, really. So let's watch how this plays out, shall we? Fun.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, all I knew is that Joe was doing it wrong and she knew how to do it right. And she just was standing there just looking at him, being like, yeah, next time, listen to an attractive person. Thank you.
Yeah. So then Natasha's like, wow, Sandy, thank you. So I think this is the model who's saying this. So
I think so. I think
we're
every
writing
time we
down
say
the wrong
Natasha, we mean Brittany.
Yeah, I think so too. So she's like, so Sandy, have you been updated on this lady Marsha's story of how it all began with them redoing their vows? Because she had breast cancer 3 times. And Marsha's like, still here, still got it. So now whenever we do something fun, I remarry my husband. And Sandy's like, oh wow, I love that. That is crazy. Do I have to buy you another gift? Just kidding. I didn't buy the first one.
Hey, Norma, how many times have you remarried your husband? Oh, touchy subject. She's never been in a relationship.
Guys, let me tell you, Norma's had 10 never boyfriends. It's not fun.
Let me tell you something, though. Norma did just renew her vows to her mom. Yeah, it's real sad.
Norma renewed her vows to stop eating ice cream for breakfast this morning, but she had already broken those vows by lunch. Well, I guess there's always tomorrow. Or tomorrow vow, as we call it around Norma.
We used to get her Ben and Jerry's, because we'd feel bad, but she said, I can't even look at them in their relationship. It's just really triggering for her.
That talk about your disease is so sad. I had cancer too, and it was real hard to get past that. But you want to hear something even sadder? Okay. Do. Look over at that barge. Do. Do you see that sad lady twerking alone in the sunset? That's Norma. Dude.
Oh, no.
I love this song, Sandy. God damn it, it works every time.
Oh, no, I think she's trying to slow dance with the pulley now. Oh, dear. She's so lonely.
Okay, so we get this story, and it's kind of cute. So then Aisha's like, Jono, that ceremony was quicker than I expected. Oh, wait, was that a okay, so the starting of vow renewal. All right, do you guys gonna get married? And then the guy's like, I vow to stipple on a beard every day so it looks like I'm growing facial hair. And then Marsha's like, I vow to always look like I've just woken up after sleeping flat on my back for 10 hours after just putting some fresh Aquanet on my hair.
Well, I do the wed. The hair can now kiss the fake beard. Okay, there you go.
On behalf of every man in the world, I vow never to marry Norma. Okay.
Hold on, I just want to FaceTime Norma so she can see that even these two losers found each other. Okay. All right, look, there she goes on the barge, the SS Lonely. Okay.
Okay, so
now they're shucking oysters. By the way, isn't me? Were they shucking oysters? Okay, I've never shucked an oyster, but I felt like something was wrong here. There was so much hammering. Is that normal in oyster shucking? I was like, there was way too much shell debris. I know that there's some shell debris when you shuck an oyster, but that was like, they were hammering. Something is wrong here.
Yeah, when I've worked at places with oysters, I have never been a shucker. Thankfully, I've always worked at places that they do that shit for you, which is really nice because I ain't doing it. It looks hard to me. I don't remember a ton of hammering. I feel like people are really good. They'll grab it, like sometimes with a towel, but they'll like have a little knife that they'll get in there and they'll just...
Yeah. You're supposed to go in there with a knife and then twist it, right? But like John was like hammering it like a crab in Baltimore. And I was like, I'm really getting concerned about his skills. This is why you can't have a house builder opening oysters.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go for the hammer.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. Are you drywalling that oyster?
Are you assembling those oysters in the shape of the Guggenheim Museum? I'm an architect.
Well, there is an oyster tool set, and it has a little knife and a fork. So it doesn't have a hammer. Okay, let me see. A stainless steel crab hammer. So you're right, a crab mallet. And there's an oyster culling pick, which is like a little hammer. So yeah, maybe you do use it sometimes. A little hammer.
I mean, I can imagine maybe it's really tough or there's some buildup.
Called
maybe
a culling hammer. Culling. The culling hammer.
A culling hammer.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You got to use that to get into Norma's you-know-what because it has not been opened in a while. Okay.
Wow. You want to talk about an oyster hammer? Jeez. Hey, someone called Norma's vagina. All right.
Oh, it's been cold a long time ago.
Hey, if Ellie won't even go into the hot tub without culling herself, what's Norma going to do? God, poor Norma.
I'll tell you what's been cold. That vagina for years. Just nice and icy.
God, I'll tell you who's got a better chance of being cold than ever cold. That's Norma.
God, Norma's favorite song by Blondie, Call Me. I don't even know.
I'm a close, you'll need a hammer and a collar. Call me. Oh God, there she goes again. Someone, why is Norma on the barge still? Someone tell Norma to go back to work. We still don't have a new chef. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry, John. Go back to painting that oyster, okay?
Hey, Marsha, I got lost in the joke. Are we making fun of Norma because she has been cold or not been cold?
Oh my God, this is such a special joke. Let's get married again, honey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So so they do all this stuff, and now they're serving. Now it's time to serve dinner. So dinner looks like it's like a surf and turf, like steak. There's lobster tails. There's a lot of red stuff on the plate. And by the way, so these steaks at first, the red powder.
The red powder. Yeah,
that was I didn't understand it. Was it like beet powder or?
That's not good.
I don't know. I didn't like it. And the steaks were small. They were like the steaks looked very gray. I was like, are these cooked properly? They looked kind of sad and they were kind of thin. And I was like, I don't know. But you know what? When they cut into them, they had a nice color, if you ask me. I was like, you know what? Good color.
I think they looked raw. They looked like gelatinous raw to me with like a gray exterior. They did not look good, but I didn't know if it was the red plate that was making it all look crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Because some people liked it and it looked raw. And one thing I think about raw meat is it's not dry, right?
Exactly. So this is where there's a lot of confusion.
This is when I second didn't like this Brittany chick because she's drunk. First of all, which how disgusting. Get some manners. I'm just kidding. It's not the being drunk part, but it's the being drunk and overly critical of things. Because I feel like you shouldn't trust drunk people at dinner because we've just learned from this show. You know, drunk people are just like, "Gross, this I don't want it." Well, you're drunk, so you don't get to judge it. And I feel like Brittany's very like, "I don't like it. It's dry," and everybody else is like, "Well, it's fine. It's good."
Everyone else is fine.
It's dry. Ugh.
And the thing is, like, we do see everyone else's pieces, regardless of whether it's too raw or not. Like, we see a lot of like red and pink. Like, we're not seeing gray slabs of sad meat like this. And we even see hers and it looks red. So I was confused. But later on, we do see a close up of the plate and it does look more gray. So I'm just confused. Like, I can't figure it out. But she's saying it's dry. And Aisha's like, "Oh, do you want me to get you another piece? Here, in the meantime, here's some glass that you can look at. It was in my thumb. Do you like that?"
So she goes to Jano and she's like, "Just so you know, all of the guests are fine with the meat, but the primary said it was dry." And he's like, "Oh, God, reverse. Okay, I'll come up and talk to her." And he's like, "I don't want to repeat where the primary blankets the culinary joy for others."
Gigi Fernandez. So, and
Right, but how about you don't blanket the culinary joy? I don't know. It's like I'm trying to be on your side, but then you blame people of blanketing culinary joy.
so then meanwhile, Ellie just goes up to Sandy and is like, "They don't like the steak. It is dry again." I was like, wow, just throwing Jono under the bus. I mean, you know, Sandy needs to know this, but Ellie was very happy to do that, which is why Jono should have woken up and made those paninis back in episode 1 because Ellie was going to get her revenge.
That's the thing. You never want to piss people off at work because they will always get your ass back, especially when there's only like 4 other people and you're all stuck on a boat together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's always going to get that revenge. So John was like, "Oh, hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. I'm so sorry about your steak. I'll do better next time. You stupid slug. I hope you die in your sleep."
Instead of steak, would you like a pile of cardamom? Because I could do that for you. So now it's after dinner, and the plan is to do a fashion show. The crew is going to do a fashion show for the guests. So they're all going to get into goofy clothes and everything. And the thing is that Ellie has decided to take this very, very seriously. She basically is, everyone's putting on goofy things, like just finding wigs and random stuff. But Ellie is like getting into an outfit and she's doing her hair. And the show is supposed to start at a certain time. And then first she's 10 minutes late, then 15 minutes late. She winds up being like 45 minutes late to the fake fashion show.
This is embarrassing. This whole episode was kind of embarrassing for Ellie because I've really been loving Ellie, but I was like, oh no. So this is one of those dumb costume parties where you just throw a Party City wig on straight from the plastic bag and you walk funny and it's over. But she's like taking it so seriously because I love costumes. So she's doing that and Aisha's getting so pissed because she won't come. And she's like, "This is the first time I've seen Ellie disobey me and I do not like it. That girl is going to get hugged so hard tomorrow. I'm going to forgive the shit out of her the second I get a chance."
When I see her, I'm gonna go, "Oh, it's beautiful."
I hope that girl is ready to wake up and get a gold star on her forehead.
You know, the thing is this. So she does all this. She takes all this time. This is like Laura from Below Deck Down Under last season, who would make everyone wait an hour and then come out looking just sort of like normal. And like Ellie looked,
She's like,
nice.
And I put on jeans.
Yeah. And so Ellie, you know, she has like a latex thing on. I know it takes a little extra time because it's latex. And, you know, it's pretty, but it's not like Vava Boomy enough to be like, wow. It's not like fashiony enough to be like, wow. And it's not like silly enough to be like, haha. It's just like her in a latex outfit. And Aisha, I think, is totally right when she's like, I think that Ellie was actually auditioning for this woman to get like signed by her agency.
Yeah, she goes, I mean, it's like Ellie delivering to the guests and getting our job done comes before your OnlyFans career. All right. So Bree's back with the guy. She's like, can I sleep on your floor tonight? And they're like, oh, you want the mattress again? She goes, yeah, sleepover. And Joe's like, I guess I'm paying my consequences now. But Nathan's like, yeah, I'm not.
That's no. This
Like,
is
really what
this
the
is
fuck?
Because now she's just gonna hang. Now she's just gonna be sleeping in there. It's like, no, Bree, you have to. She's trying to make it like a thing, right? And Ellie's like, she's once again sleeping in the boys' cabin and making me look like I'm this horrible person who's abusing her, and she can't even sleep in the same cabin as me. Hold on one second. Put the dishes over there and then throw them on their face, you stupid little slag. I mean, why would she think that I'm abusing her?
So it's morning time now, and Bree tells the guys, she's like, oh, I realized how well this works because we all go down at the same time and wake up at the same time too. But with Ellie, she comes in at like 2 a.m., so this is really good for me. And Nathan's like, is she actually suggesting a cabin change? I don't think so, mate. And he's like, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. And they're like, Joe's like, is it my fault? And Nathan's like, yeah. It's like, no, it's not. It is.
So Ellie and Bree talk again, and Bree's like, I just wanted to say that I know I have my problems as well, and I'm sorry that I affected you, and I'm sorry that I haven't been sleeping in the cabin, and I know it's making you feel weird.
You're like, oh, good job, Bree. And Ellie's like, yeah, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's, it's just kind of unusual. You can do whatever you want, unless that involves telling me what to do.
So then the guys are like, yeah, she needs to cut that shit. And Aisha is like, what are you guys talking about? And Nathan's like, I don't really want to know. So then back to Bree, she's like, but you've been teaching me so well in some ways, and it's almost belittling in a sense. It's like, wow, you really can't just quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
She's so funny because she's clearly just trying to piss Ellie off.
Yeah. And Ellie's like, oh, belittling. Whoa. Are you fucking kidding me? The Lamborghini belittling the VW Bug? I don't think so.
And she's like, yeah, you're belittling me. And she's like, oh, really? Bree is saying I'm belittling her and making her feel stupid? And she's like, well, and Bree's like, well, she's made it very apparent that she's very smart, and she must think that she's never wrong because she's so smart. And sometimes you do just make me feel shitty. And she goes, if you feel that way, that's your own security you're feeling. You know what I told my Barbie who grew up in a box? I said, if you complained about being a box, it's your own fault for not looking around and seeing a mansion, you stupid, ungrateful little gold bitch.
But please note that I did not belittle that Barbie. I just gave her tough love.
I put tape over her mouth, and I stuck her head into a rotten lemon.
Belittling. I can't fucking believe this shit. Well, that's just how I felt. Oh, you're not going to tell me I am belittling you. That's it. I'm like, you're literally belittling her right now about belittling. Do you hear yourself? I will not. You are not going to tell me I belittle you, you stupid little insignificant piece of trash.
This stew fight is one of the funnier ones because I don't care. Like, usually this show can get me riled up where I'm really on somebody's side. I'm like, oh my God, that stew is abusing the other stew, or something. Like, it makes me mad. And this one, I'm like, you are both so ridiculous. I don't even know what you're fighting about.
It's great.
That's just funny.
It's also funny because I feel like we've never really seen the power trip thing happened so quickly. Like, we've seen power trips, but this, like, oh, you took the guy that I wanted. Okay, I'm going from like taking you under my wing and being sweet and lovely to you just to being like awful to you. I'm going to be so awful and so mean to you right now. And then Bree just being so bad at trying to make amends and trying to fix the situation. It's hilarious and also very cringy.
Yes, so fun. So we'll be back next week with more of this. Also, we didn't mention this earlier in the recap, but we had the opportunity this week to talk to Aisha. We interviewed Aisha. It was such a fun time talking to her. She's such a funny chick and just really down to earth, really cool. And she actually dropped a lot of gossip in that. Well, not gossip, just shit that's happened, and talked about her season of Down Under and all the drama that went on with the last season of that. And she's just fantastic and really open, really vulnerable and honest, guys. So go check that out. It's on our regular feed. And we also covered Love Island this weekend a bit on the bonus. So go check that out. A bunch of fun stuff on Patreon. And if you want these videos, obviously that's patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens at the Crappens on Demand level. And we love you guys. We will talk to you next time.
Bye. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Stroll in the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. We want to hang with Liz Lang. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel. Ring that bell for Rachel. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.